If any other being in Rivellon asked me about the details of their comings and goings, I could describe them down to the minutest of details. But you are different. Of you, I see nothing. I know nothing. So please, do tell me, how did you arrive here? So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so? Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are. Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret, a secret lost even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes, though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Indeed you must. Though I may not yet understand why, it seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost? The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon, not just yet. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivalon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time.
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps she knows why.
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old age can't touch me, that's one. Immortality is mine as long as no one skewers me with a sword, and even then I'll be back in a jiffy. But of course I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It is my duty to record all of history, and an arduous task that is. Not to mention how much stress that void out there is causing me. The end of time. I'll be out of a job. So, gather those starstones so that we may know that... Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a starstone sightseeing guide, but alas, such a booklet does not exist. Just like yourselves, starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writings and on the tapestry of time. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The stones are therefore most likely to be found in the ancient places of this world. Ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent. Neither do I, but the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again more than implies that it and the Void Dragon are natural enemies. This in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. You who is handing the Weaver new threads. And that which she is weaving is more than an ornament to decorate the shelter plane. It is both history and future history. It is all of time. We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation from the grip of the void. Now, isn't that a lovely mission? Lonesome, observing the frontier of creation, surfing the vibrant tide of the eons, always approaching yet never reaching shore. Lonesome, being privy to all that has been and all that is. Well, yes, actually. I don't mean to complain, but one certainly doesn't mind a bit of company. Now, perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance after all these years. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem. In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions. The drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault. Except, it seems, you ask, and I shall answer. I am the weaver of time. I am but what I am, and that is task. It is the same for the historian. Perhaps we are one and the same. Task multiplied by 2. Who has made us? I do not know. Why have they done so? Am I the beginning? And am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps I am the first thing in creation. Perhaps I am creation. Perhaps I am the creator. Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. You and Star... A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you and the stones reveals that I believe that star stones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. They will also lead to new knowledge through the restoration of the... Oh, Hunter. I have no need for company. Like I have no need for air or appetite or affection. All I need, and all I am, is time. And time is running out, unless you remedy its decline. And yet, I do enjoy your companionship, for you may prove to become the cure. Quite so. I do not know, but perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be I think that perhaps you can redeem time, because you create time. Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here, but suddenly the new threads in these... What it is, I
what it is, what lies at the heart of it.
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The great absence of all.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found... I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzax, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone. So it is, and so it should continue to be. For I suspect his dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer's spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stop. While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the Grand Dame, the advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with him. That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles... But perhaps I speak only... Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret... Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. It is void. It is death. It is nothing. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars, but I do know I'd rather err on the side of caution. If Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I laze beside the hearths of home. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert. Then shared what little... So I told him who I was and showed him my humor. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable... Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but... Alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too.
What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you? Little mix-up indeed. I don't know what you and that horrible little imp are planning, but...
What you get for trying?
Oh! No, if you please! This room is private.
The seven grant abundance!
Don't Don't just stand. That's enough of that now! That's enough of... Don't just stand there. Go! Away with you! What are you still doing here? Begone! Out! Now, if you please! This room is private. Don't just stand there. Go! Away with you!
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Moo-wee!
Keep your pleasantries to yourself. If it's conversation you're looking for, as for myself, my job is to protect that idiot.
Well, a source hunter? I sure beats getting my toes bitten off by zombies out in the field. And, of course, every now and again, some friendly folks, like yourself, will wander through. Have you talked to him? Thinks every man, woman and child who steps foot in this place wants to rob it blind. If I so much as greet a townsperson with a hello instead of a state your purpose, he starts frothing on and on about God. This Jake business is quite the scandal, no? Then again, and you didn't hear this from me, he's going through quite the nasty... But I imagine his youngest, Kimberly, won't mind. Oh, it's an That fusspot said what? Well, old loose lips will let that lowly backbiter know what he... So, something you'd like to say to my face?
I haven't a thing to say to you. I'm on duty.
Duty, indeed. Put up your fists.
Salutations! Source Courteous is my name. This is a storing house for Legion supplies. Both of you, what is this barbarism? Back to your post at once!
Sir,
Understood, sir.
Such bickering is all that thieves need to sneak by.
You there! Cut it out!
Better damn well not.
Well, a source hunter. About time the council took us serious.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see
place
how
reeks of
edgy
orc
and
stench.
dangerous you've become.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy
One
could see
day,
how
Moira.
edgy
One
and
day
dangerous
you'll
you've
show 'em
become.
all.
just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Report?
Still nothing, sir.
This place reeks of orc stench.
If there were streams, why would we be guarding this place? Think!
Makes sense, sir.
This place reeks of orc stench.
Steady, boys. Steady.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage. I can't even smell the sea air over this rock. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks. I can't even smell the sea air over this rock. I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
So, sir, you're a source hunter, aren't you? They...
I'm overheating here!
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Murder within the walls, undead outside the walls, and here we...
I wouldn't venture to... whose invention? The stasis blaster. Quite a sight, no? The ray can singe a zombie or... These days, we Legionnaires hold a lottery to see who gets to man the things. You can bet it's no small amount easier to blast those... Don't ask me how the blaster works.
Put heat!
You there! Cut it out! You there! Cut it out! So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampage. This here's my family business. Sad story, that. Though if I'm speaking plainly, the sentimental aspect of it all does... I just concern myself with giving the remains a respect... What about it? Didn't I just say we gave it a We'll have none of that, you hear?
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
Well, what is it, that steady?
You've caused enough distractions.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. This is a storing house for Legion supplies. Perhaps the most important building in the realm.
Hey, would be quite a bit better if I could do it in...
That old spoilsport Horatius can gripe all he wants. I won't let him affect my...
Report!
Nothing to report.
Sea air over this rock. I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Slimy, reeking rock.
Halt! These gates are to remain closed. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognise you right. You can see security's tighter than ever around here. We can only hope to... I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. Thank you for heeding...
Plenty of fish in the sea.
Don't ask me what the tale's about.
What's that nutter in the back hollering a...
Come on!
This show is worth the hype. Oh, that blood...
What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going on right in front. Oh, I'm nothing but your average man taking in the... Well, I've stumbled into quite the fine gig. I just let my appreciation for Reggie's work be known, and he slips me a few gold cups.
What's that nutter in...
What's that nutter?
My
word!
said to have known Sigurd himself that the king had a great thirst.
You there! Take a seat. Prepare. I am Reginald the Illusionist, purveyor of the most amazing artifact in Andevale. This fantastical talking... Are you impressed by my prowess in the arts of That's right, a talking head. And he does... I obtained this curio by some rather sensational means. You see, I was diving in search of a rare medicinal sea herb. I volunteer at the local children's apothecary on weekends, in the shallows around Sicil's own Black Cove, when I spotted something amazing. The chest... Though the chest was stuck fast, I summoned a swell of... I had the treasure of a lifetime in my very hands. But then, slurp! In the hubbub, I lost hold of my prize and watched it sink to the bottom of the... Before my mind's eye swam the faces of the many war widows and leprotic orphans who would be lost without my charitable support. Grabbing fast to the hilt of a cutlass that floated by at just that moment, I summoned all my strength. Freeing myself from my would-be tomb, I swam as quickly as I could. First, it was there, along the rocky beach, that I tripped over this talking head. Strange, isn't it? Hard times, Lord Pinchpenny? Back for more, I see! Well, that's right. Before grabbing, freeing my... It was there, along the... Are you impressed? I
think a king. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Or I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing... Psst. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Oh, bless... pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst, help me. Take me to Reginald's cellar. There I will reveal everything. It won't be the worst indignation I've suffered. Get on with it, then.
What do you think you are doing?
Bravo!
You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your... Well, I'm Katerina the Fair. Fairest First Lady of the Fair, of course. I do love making the acquaintance of my patrons, and who knows which of them might become one of my performers.
Fantastic! Bravo! Yeehaw!
Creamy blues and gory reds. The order of contest
Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you?
And see the amazing singing Stefan!
I've an open stage. The theatre's favor. Check the library and see if right speak.
Hear the stage calling you?
One coin or two, noble spirit? One coin or two? Oh, I am a happy man, and certainly a fool once was I. I'd heard they were not to be trusted, that they gave fools' advice to the fools who sought them, but somehow I believe they told me that I would find fame and renown if I renounced my worldly fire. The most thorough cleanser was my method. But as my house burned in front of me, I felt no elevation, no piety, only the sudden thank you, kind one.
The Legion stands... You don't look like you're quite ready to hit... Thank you for
Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You're a source hunter, aren't you?
Sorry, sir.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Murder within the walls.
Honored to meet you. Wish I was a source hunter.
Sorry, sir. It never ends around.
Honored to meet you. Wish I was a...
You think that's funny, Private?
Look on, Bryce. Sir, nice shot.
Fantastic.
King, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew
Thank you eternally for your help. Though your reaction to the healing stone, that strange reaction you caused, blue lightning from a healing stone, I've never seen anything like it. And the stone looks different now, too. Like it's terribly sorry. I've been studying under Theliron for some... I've a passion for that strange...
This particular batch of party elixir with too much wormwood.
Tomatoes.
Here for your daily serving of veggies. Please partake of the plumpest produce ever produced.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Here for your daily...
Welcome to the Town Hall of Syceal. Mayor...
A source hunter will always receive a...
Thank the Seven, we've secured the perimeter.
it's you. Come closer, then. Closer? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. My elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Sicil, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Sicil through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times indeed. What? Oh, you mean Sicil? Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake, and by source magic no less, weren't the undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making... That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such sticking its... And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon. The what of what now? Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the... Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands. His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him. The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the undead. What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years, those blasted skeletons of... Jake, murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly... Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife, Esmeralda, is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from them. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit... suggestive. But I've an all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor. Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose... Ah, you see, when a lady and a fellow... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in, exactly? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. Marvelous. What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Sicil's crown. The beacon of my Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine. And she's got every... Yes. Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of... What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh.
That's enough of that now.
Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Who placed this book here? In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal. Be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you'll think. When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found... The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc, after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took... He raised me like I was his own. This... Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hold is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask... Tujda Geta, friend.
Demonology for dumbbells. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Hey, stop that! Kejdenor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned.
Demonology for
Teleron will have to pay yet
Omnes
another
autem What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt? Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. For you heart? No. A source hunter. That is what you are. Yeah. Why? Simply because you hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt. Now, I hate what I hunt, but this is a sentiment on one condition. That on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their propositions.
Who placed this
Most
book here?
gratifying. I see you are firm of purpose and thereby ready to descend. Descend into the madness that is sorcery, into the depths where demons dance. Gladly shall I follow you into the abyss. Onward, blood.
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry?
A source hunter! Oh, what a me! I live alone here in town. Oh, it's always been something of a... For my part, that band of...
Volume 1, Volume 2. Where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. Kejdenor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
Now, this is valuable.
Volume 1, Volume 2. Where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. The night is see-through.
Treasure!
Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom. Stentiken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? Place this book here. A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem.
What can I do for you, source? Of course you do. I am not from any place. I remember them well. Yes, I can see them still, for 1,000 reasons. And for one especial. The one. They're 2. They're macking 3. They're 4. They're 5. Their presence distorts all. Hunter, I could find you cross-dressed under the spell of a dominant goblin. Yet when next we'd meet, there'd be no Good. No use in...
What do you think you are doing?
Meow.
Ah, cats. Such beauty, such grace they have. Magnificence incarnate.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you. Let us see if you can choose the finest greens. Lonesome, spiritless, perhaps wrestling an earth
some vim into your routine.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter.
Warm as dragon's breath.
Toasty!
Feeling hot under the collar.
Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
Source Hunter. I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation. We've been conducting a series of expeditions. Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second-in-command. But rest... Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition, and even rivalry between our orders. And that is exactly what your presence inside the undead. The bravest among my men and women, I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds, and the old church. Places fraught with danger all. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the all superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask. There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in The locals say there are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any, a local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them. So I did. The chances of survival during these sorties are...
Now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Divines doubly bless you, friend.
Disfigured for life.
Ah, come on.
Drink and...
Greetings! Murder within the walls, undead out...
Don't let that rooster escape! He's already on the map!
True story indeed. Perhaps...
That was close. Thanks. Let's have that bird then, shall we? Come to see what delectable dish I've crafted from that pest. I'm Chef Maurice. Come to see what delectable dish I've crafted from...
These stalls are for our Legion troops. Riverland's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the 7.
The beast looks rabid.
that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try and screech one.
The beast speaks, so you'd have to bring back that feral wall, hadn't you?
The cretin's question crossed her lips and ached an ear of
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild ant. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite.
After all, a fear.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found.
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when.
Source Hunter. I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir. It is difficult for me to claim humanity as you do. I am still learning to see myself in the face. It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. You say you will take me under your wing, but I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds, as I... In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized, and so the lonely babe was fed upon the wild mother's milk. The wise godwolf, Amira, raised the child thrice among her little... Ask freely, my friend. Your city is far more wild. Here, a tiny screech woman, no swifter than a mud. I have learned all the birds, the remembering of the beasts. We do not... It is different between Jarrett. Wise Jarrett taught me the bird songs. A beast's life is to survive. He came to me when I was small. He called to Jarrett, visited. Jarrett is my master, and I heard this was a place of men, but I have not found the face I seek. Jarrett is missing. That mystery is thick, and I watched count. The next morning, he was kidnapped, and all his research was taken with him. The only clue I found was a letter among the scraps. I could not make out all the words, but I do not know the one called Attenborough, but I know that if I am to find Jarrett, I must start there. Whoever this...
Again! Attention! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Quiet! No talk. Source Hunter or no, not a single non-legionnaire is permitted into the treasure room.
What have we here, then? The so-called source hunt. I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know. Gods above! Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely the scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now, Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. That is... What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. If you... Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you? Sightseal stinks of... We are the pride of Riverlon. To be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide... I'd say they're looking for weak spots in our defenses. Yes, and he also spends most...
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome, but certainly. What? Oh, I am but a wizard. My task upon... You see, my one desire is to witness a world into my great regret. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's such magic is it to be out in the night. But of course it's had... Oh, that'll never happen. I might, by all means. Of course. I hope you... I can but piece together... They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. It took a while for the landlord. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. I myself have none. Now, it may well be established that she is, in fact, the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she... I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of their alliance. What? I'd never... If you must know, I was merely checking up on Maxine. What a delight she is. And what might those be? You have a flair for understatements, Hunter. Until they conclude what mischief they... Oh, a mere trifle for one with the Those who are... The enemy is wily. They know us better than we know them, and they've found ways...
Good luck with these size...
Get to signing recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Know much about zombies. It never ends up. Those boots will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to signing recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir. Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
Now, there's my pepper. Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah. Now, run away? Ah, yeah. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah,
How can the Legion serve you today? You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the undead-infested wilds to me. You may have the right number of champions in your party. Thank you for heeding.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
Peace be with you, traveller. May you... I once lived a prosperous life. Loni never recovered from the loss. She was killed last... Peace be with you, traveller.
Here lies Nemris, master of philosophy. Here lies David, who ran from the Reaper. You'll never catch me alive. Jake. Please do not disturb. Here lies Jake. Please do not disturb.
Rest in peace.
What trickery is this? That's not Jake.
It's a rotting sheep's corpse. It seems someone snatched Jake's body.
Here lies Kavanagh. Will they have Sisal pie in the afterlife? Here lies Neil, killed in the line of duty. Lies Judith, I want to be her princess. Here lies Gregory, whose wife told him so. Here lies Kimberly, finally.
Oh, how nice it is of you. The very Pray, let me be for you would hot spiced wine and a snug little room.
That's enough of you there! Cut it out!
The 7 great abundance!
Oh, I was really hoping to find something better.
Careful now. Your head's growing more swollen and fatter on, I dare say.
Sightseeing isn't so bad on a quiet day like this, is it?
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow, indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merch.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear! I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times, but what choice have I got now? So what do you think? Should I snag?
Yes, you know what they say about giving a man a...
I suppose. Fed a hungry man, you know.
And undoubtedly I have answers. And so let the heart...
Stir and churn!
What? Oh, it's you! What news? Maxine? What in heaven's name are you? Oh, you... I spent months trying to teach... I've always been more fond of cats myself.
Hello again, adventurer. I hope you wiped those muddy boots on your way in. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal. Calling his... For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even got him sparring with Captain Odd. That band of... Oh, I don't even know what took me.
Meow. Meow.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Good to see you again, Source Hunter. They must come from somewhere, from some vile source. So I did. The chances of survival during the... I shall be very glad to share what information... By all means.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Those boots in Paris have big strokes. Get your shiny recruit.
You again? Yes. This. I see. You've come to report a dead sheep. A heap of mutton that sailed into view. Well, don't just stand there gawking like guppies. Hire yourself to Roberts, the mortician. If anyone buried a sheep, have you found any incriminating evidence against her?
Oh, face! Cool, Barretts! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
I'm overheating here!
Did someone leave an oven door open?
Heating up.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
May the seven keep you.
Aid me! Missed!
You were right there!
Might need to blow this one open.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter.
Soaked to the skin! Warm as dragon's breath!
Potent heat!
Feeling hot under the collar. What a deluge!
Your return marks a victory, Hunter. We'll vanquish our foes yet.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. No, scratch that. It is so much Mendius at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to. Oh, it's not merely an opportunity.
Quite right.
See here. Too bad your life.
Yes.
Indeed. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature are...
Better to be served than to...
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too short to spend it doing... And that is exactly what... Ah, the fabulous five. How I enjoy simply... You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. What a gem of... Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship. To join... Of course, by now, work hard. Of course, of course.
And me.
Marvelous. Magnificent. Oh, but what? Oh, it's a pretty straight... One of them was a big lumbering apparatus. A frightful automaton shaped like a giant made of steel. It was supposed to crush the undead, but you can guess what happened. Did it become sentient? Was it cursed? Luckily, there are those in this world who belong to the Fabulous Five. The brave. They call the undead a problem, my friend. But those who know the ways of the
Oh, you think you can speak that way to a... Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye on you, Baron.
I am a duke.
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain... You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do. Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mills. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases. And I came south seeking the Legion's help. Only to find it tied here in Sicil. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward. And even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup. By the skin of my teeth, I managed to wrench free of my captain. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought. I need a contingent I can trust. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now. And I believe... But it seems you've got all the help you need, haven't you? More's the pity. We could have beheaded 100 Source Yetis in the name of the Ought. More than I'd hoped, comrade. There's Mayor Cecil's doings, for one. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the mayor's a deep... But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, I suspect an illegal sauce artifact or substance. Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I bet my sword he's dealing in something darker than splints and tonics. A loose-lipped fishmonger let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the city wall on 2 separate occasions. Well past midnight, hardly the habit of an innocent healer, I'd say. You mean you don't already know, comrade?
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have. Like our noble Captain Aureus before. Yes, she and I have a history. That's as easy as it would be to pin Jake and Esmeralda had no... I am the Duke of Ferrell. It's very Ah, hello. It's very tragic news.
I'll tell you, it sure does. Hunter's greetings. So, have you changed your mind about venturing forth, shield to shield again? Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now. But it seems you've got all the help you need, haven't you? Well, you wouldn't. Medora, heavens, haunt. See, there's been what they wanted. I came sacked by the skin of my teeth. I managed to
Fortune! Ha!
What have we here? Tall as an elf. And my word, I am Anna. Jewel in the crown, I've cut 1,000 throats. And baked 1,000 bread rolls. Stolen the crown jewels of the Queen of... When the day comes that I die, the gods will evacuate the heavens. I contain... But then, Source Hunter, So you've joined up. I can finally offer you our finest adventuring... Well, you must be thrilled to find yourself a member of a team so... Oh, darling, that was so long ago now. Who can remember who said what? Well, you are a member of the eminent Fabulous Five. I hear you've been tasked with taking out that crazed robot in the Northern Cave. I'm sure... Providing you can afford it, I'll be happy to supply you with all the gear you'll need while swinging swords alongside the Fabulous Five.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly? Oh, you think you can speak that way to her? Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye.
Oh, darling, that was so long ago now. Who can remember? Well, you are a member of the eminent...
Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair Keyring, maybe. In any... Well, you're far from my caliber. But who is... What do you mean, not familiar? Why? And don't... You'll be dealing with Ahu's little abomination, will you? If I don't leave a few crumbs for those nasty
Alistair,
drink,
have you ever had the fortune?
I'll tell you. Hunter's greetings. So, have you changed your mind about venture? More than I'd hoped, comrade. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for... And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hop.
Greetings, Source Hunter. Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, you're a...
Thank heavens. Maybe now we can learn something useful. Like how to show up the things.
Looking good. Looking good.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation. Ready to have another look?
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Please assist